Hey everybody, welcome back to the Twilight Zone with me. It is episode 13. Last time, a man discovers that his dog is completely different in his dreams. That is probably the worst way to describe the last episode, but it's the truth. This one is called The New Exhibit. I'm still fresh in my mind, is still the miniature episode, so when I think of exhibit, I think of museums. But I also think that we could be the new exhibit in an alien museum. Like the zoo, remember? People are alike all over. I have no problems referencing episodes that I reacted to in the past. It's just the previous one that I'm cryptic about. Anyway, let's get into the new exhibit. We'll see if there are any museums and... Oh, maybe an Egyptian god comes to life. Ah! It's a wax museum. Ooh, they come to life.
And here we have the famous templars from ancient Egypt.
Ooh, Egypt.
Cleopatra. Her captivating beauty almost brought about the destruction of Caesar.
Are you real, Cleopatra?
If you will follow me. Here you will find the most infamous black-hearted killers of all time. This is Martin Sinescu, curator of Murderers Row.
He was in a few episodes.
There's nothing to be afraid of. They're just a lot of wax.
Perhaps not, young man. Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of the man standing next to you? He murdered his entire crew. Killed him with an axe exactly like this one. Burke and Hare. The monsters of their time. But do they look like monsters?
Yeah.
Think of the agonies they endured. To take a life with your hands and not be able to stop oneself. Can you begin to imagine the horror of that? This is Henri Landru. One can see the agony that he too must have felt. He was driven to strangle the life from disappointed spinsters. It's there.
Hey, what are you...
Get away from there!
Don't touch it.
Those figures are not to be touched.
What are you doing?
Too rare and valuable.
Go back to your ship.
Now here we have another soul in torment. Jack the Ripper.
Have you noticed how much sympathy he's giving to the murderers? The way he's phrasing it, everything?
And we can only guess what devils pushed them to their bloody fate.
Oh, we've pressed the button. It's just part of the show.
Let's blow this creepy joint.
Come on, it's just a bit of fun. Hello, dude.
Martin, I'd like to talk with you.
Isn't his name in real life Martin?
Landru needs a new suit. This one is 10 years old and it shows it.
I think we'd better discuss it in the office.
What's all this about?
Sit down, Martin.
Okay. I'm taking this chair with me. If you're firing me?
I'm abandoning the museum.
What? Can I have it?
Is this a joke, sir?
No.
I don't understand.
Is it not profitable?
I've been offered a large sum for this property. You're the best employee a man could ever have.
Shut up.
The way you run the Murderers Row exhibit.
Especially that exhibit.
They begin wrecking the building next week.
What about the figures?
Yeah, where are they going to
I haven't decided yet.
Can donate them to a different museum?
We can open another museum.
Yeah.
Let me show you something.
Is it another wax museum?
People aren't interested in wax museums anymore. This last year has been the poorest of all.
Well, how much money do I get in this settlement?
It's the world, Martin. It would be foolish to open another museum.
But it's his passion.
You're not thinking of destroying them, are you?
Martin, I tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I want to buy them.
That's ridiculous.
I'll keep them in my house.
I don't think I could bear it if these figures were destroyed. I could put them in my basement, and I would put an air conditioner in there. I tell you that.
So, honey, you know the way I love murderers?
How long are we going to keep them?
Forever? They're going to outlast us. Not like kill you.
They should have let me ride with them. What if they drop one?
This marriage isn't going to last. Come on, easy, dude.
Yeah, sign here.
Anybody have a basement this big? It's huge.
Here they are. Jack the Ripper's in here.
Oh, he's a good one.
Emma, it's going to be like opening Christmas presents.
Honey, have you considered trains as a hobby?
The movers said you were down here. Where do you want the air conditioner?
You bought an air conditioner?
Figures can't stand heat. We had to have it.
Well, how much did it cost?
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Well, I am worried about it.
But leave me to my friends, please.
Your friends? Oh, they're all together.
The truth of the matter is they all need new clothes. The Ripper comes off first. Do you know that?
We're not buying them any clothes. Honestly, Martin, you've been paying more attention to these murderers than you ever did to me.
They're masterpieces.
Oh, right, so they're masterpieces. But how long am I going to be locked out of my own basement?
Forever. You can go to the attic.
I thought that they'd just be here for a short while. I really did. What's that?
It's the electric bill.
That is high, isn't it?
Martin, there's no more money in the bank.
But don't worry, please. I'll find a way.
The way they stand there and stare at me, they're frightening.
They're supposed to be frightening. When you live with them, as long as I have, you come to love them. How'd you spend the night, Jack? And then it seemed... Emma?
She's filing papers right now. Don't bother her.
Now, Emma, listen to your brother. Old Ferguson knew what he was doing all right when he sold out. He got Martin to take care of all those crazy dummies, and he's not even paying him for it.
Yeah.
Pretty shrewd.
He's a moneymaker.
Got to get Martin away from those
How
things.
do we do that?
Of course, if that doesn't work, there is something else. Air conditioners do break down, you know.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Couldn't you?
Emma, where have you been? You walked out on me while I was talking to you. I can't let them go. I thought you said we didn't have any money left.
I bought them with some money Dave gave me.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave?
My brother.
We can't go on this way.
Yes, I know. Well, I'll mortgage the house.
That
What?
isn't going to answer our problem. Why shouldn't Mr. Ferguson take care of them? They're his.
Is that all they mean to you?
Yeah,
Yes.
why would they mean anything else?
I can't desert them now. After all these years, they need me.
Martin, I want you to see a doctor.
There's nothing whatever the matter with me.
I'm
But I
perfectly
didn't think
sane.
it was.
Then what do I need a doctor for?
There is something the matter with you. But you haven't been yourself lately.
You're losing it, Martin.
It's not natural.
I'm not the only husband in the world who brings his work home.
You're not getting paid for it.
You tell that brother of yours to mind his own business.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have any food if it wasn't for my brother, so... Gonna eat the air. You're gonna turn off the air conditioner. Someone's accidentally gonna hit that button and the knife is gonna... Although, why would he bring the button home? Very, don't even look at them. Don't even look at them. Come on. Come on. I like that she has to go past them all to turn it off. He looks like Dracula. She must have stepped on it.
Emma!
Did she survive?
Emma, you down there? Emma, you down here?
Ooh.
Emma!
Which one of you did it? Well, if he was sane before, he won't be sane after this. So how long is he going to keep this secret for? Whoop. Her brother's going to come around. Where's Emma?
I hate to put you here, Emma, but what can I do?
Is it the basement?
I know I should report it to the police. Who would believe me if I told them that you were killed by Jack the Ripper?
One last victim.
Besides, if I went to prison,
Who would take care of all the...
who would take care of the figures?
Yeah, exactly.
It's better this way.
Yeah, totally. Well, this all worked out. Nobody's gonna miss her. Do you hear the ticking of a heart?
It's the best I can do, Emma.
That's pretty good. Oh, it's her brother.
Well, hi there, Mr. Sandescu.
Oh, hey.
Doing a little patching, I see.
Yeah, it's holes, you know.
I had to do the same thing in my basement.
Who'd you kill?
Holy mackerel. Sure be a fine thing to have come Halloween.
Exactly.
Man, oh man.
Oh, look, this looks like real blood and everything.
Even up close, they even put blood on the knife.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So long.
Bye.
See ya. He was nice. Wasn't even suspicious.
Jack, I'm surprised at you. How did you manage all those murders without being caught by Scotland Yard? Any killer knows that you can't leave blood on a murder weapon.
Yeah, what are you thinking? You have to do everything? Change your clothes? Get rid of your evidence?
I don't want to have to go through this again.
Oh, could you kill this? Could you kill her brother too?
Anybody down there?
I'm going upstairs. You come around the back door of the kitchen.
Hey Dave, what's up? Oh, your sister? She went away to her friend's house. Marital difficulties?
Where's Emma?
She's not here.
That's probably just as well. Have you got an ashtray somewhere?
Yeah.
Would you like to open a museum with me? You seem to have cash.
Emma came to see me yesterday.
Oh, yes.
She mentioned that.
I know. She told me.
Where'd she go, by the way?
No, I don't know.
Oh, she took a trip.
Back east.
You two have an argument?
Something like that.
Everything's settled now.
Got rid of it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
What's that humming noise? Sounds like it's coming from down there.
Jack, we got another one.
What are you trying to hand me? Why is the air conditioner going if you got rid of the wax figure?
Well, I like to keep it cool. No,
I just wanted to keep the place
no
cool. that's
business
all.
yours, Dave.
Now you better open up.
Or what, Dave?
Threatening me in my own house.
Yeah, what are you going to get out of my house?
All right. Well, I can take a hint. You have Emma call me if she comes back.
Who? Oh, yeah, of course. Dave's going to be snooping. Hey, what kind of security is this? What are you, a PI, Dave? Dave's getting slashed. Or maybe he'll get noosed. I don't know how that would accidentally happen. He's putting the pieces together. What? Did it fall on him? Oh, Dave's dead. Now all you need is the debt collectors. These things are paying for themselves.
Dave!
Dave, you okay? Did you have a heart attack?
Dave!
Was it you?
Hicks, how could you?
Martin!
Oh, it's Ferguson.
Oh, Mr. Ferguson.
It is nice and cool down here. Yes.
Oh, you've got 2 holes in your floor. What's that about?
Sir.
What is
The
it?
best news in the world. When I told you that nobody wanted to buy these figures, somebody does want to.
I don't want to get rid of
But
them.
not just somebody. The Marchand Museum.
I'm not giving them away.
Aren't you pleased?
Yes?
Oh, by the way, how is Emma?
Oh, she's fine.
She's,
You have a
not complaining anymore.
Martin, are you all right?
Some strange things have been happening. They haven't exactly been behaving themselves.
Who? Who?
You won't have to take care of them any longer. It's all settled.
How much money are you going to give me for them? I've been taking care of them.
Now, why don't you prepare us a cup of tea or something while I take some measurements?
Yeah, you just go over there. Don't worry, Martin. This will take care of itself very quickly. Right. Which one of you wants to do it? My money is on this guy. I don't know how, but...
I didn't think you were that way.
Whoop. It was just a button. Just one of the buttons, you know? Can't sell if he's dead. Time to dig another hole.
You want... Mr. Ferguson. It was you. But this time you went too far.
Martin, careful.
Gave you all the best years I had. Who wanted you? Me. I was the best friend you ever had. What have you done for me?
Solved your problems.
He was my best friend. You heartless monsters. Which one of you is first?
Oh, they're all going to start moving. Oh, here they come. That's not a button.
It was not I who garroted your friend Martinson Askew. It was you.
You murdered your wife. You killed her.
It's all in his head.
You killed them all.
No, you killed...
It was always you.
You're the murderers!
Damn it, he killed himself, and now he's in the This Wax Museum.
And now we come to a man
He's the new exhibit.
who only recently, Martin Lombard Senescu.
Yeah, it's good likeness.
Who knows what thoughts went through his mind as he dug the graves?
The new exhibit became very popular at Marchand's. It was something about the eyes, people said.
So, he did it. He was the one who did it all along. He was just imagining that somehow, who made the tea? Who made the tea? If he killed his boss, right? The one at the very end. He was upstairs making tea. He had to wait for maybe when he was waiting for the kettle to boil. Maybe that was when he did it. Killed his boss, snuck up behind his boss somehow. Killed him, ran upstairs, poured the tea, went down, threw the trays and everything. Secondly, the first murder, his wife, he didn't know that his wife was going to turn off the air conditioning. That was a plan that her and her brother came up with, that he was unaware of. And we know that because in the conversation later, when her brother comes to the house, he's surprised that they're talking about the air conditioning at all. He's like, what are you laughing about? But maybe he heard her when she was sneaking out of bed. Maybe he heard her get up. He followed her down there. And then she didn't notice there's no creaky stairs in the basement. He just stabs her. Davey was just waiting for her. He was probably sleeping when Dave broke in. He was probably sleeping down there already. And, Dave's obviously not as quiet, opening the thing. And Martin's a light sleeper. We know this. So he sees Dave snooping around. Like, I'm going to get you. Grabs the axe off the guy. And then, just forgets all about it and goes back. And finds him the next morning or whatever. Yeah, it all makes sense. What is with guys, husbands, and their strange obsessions? In the Twilight Zone? It's like, you can't just have a normal hobby. It has to be that hobby to the absolute extreme it can be. Mr. Bemis, he can't just enjoy his books. He has to be reading literally every single second of the day. At work, at home, on the train. His wife is crossing out things. This wife, Emma, she was very reasonable, She wasn't nagging him. She wasn't annoying. She was just like, Martin, you said it was going to be a few days. Our bill is this amount. We've got no money left in the bank. We have no money for food. My brother had to give me money for food. What are we doing, Martin? She was reasonable. He was crazy. And unlike the episode with the miniature episode, where you're kind of rooting for Robert Duvall to get out of this stupid life he's living, with this one you're like, Martin, maybe you should rethink your priorities just a little bit. Your life is crumbling around you. You're digging holes. Maybe see a doctor. I think one of the funnier parts of the episode was his wife says, you should see a doctor. And he's like, you think something's wrong with me? And she's like, oh, no, I didn't say that. And then he's like, well, why would I go to a doctor then? And then she's like, well, you know what? There is something wrong with you. And she quickly changed her mind. But do you know who I blame for all this? Well, firstly, the frickin' sailors, they're the worst. Have we had a good sailor in the entire Twilight Zone? Remember that first guy in that episode with the hitchhiker? Taking off his shoes. And in this one, they're just like, not only are they touching the exhibits, they're being sarcastic about the questions they're asking and all that sort of thing. But yeah, the person I blame, his boss. Imagine working in a place. Your boss brings you in, goes, you know what? I haven't told you something. I'm selling the entire business. Today. That's it. You're out of here. Then, the guy's like, oh, what's going to happen to all the exhibits and stuff? He's like, I don't know, burn them or something. Oh, I'll take them. I'll take care of them. I'll spend money on them. Could you just give them to me? Boss is like, fine. And then later, a few weeks later, boss comes back and goes, you know what? I found someone to buy them. I'm just going to take them off your hands. What an asshole. He was just in it for the money. Those mall people. The supermarket people. They gave him a big cash settlement. All he could see was dollar signs. He didn't care about Martin. All this best friend stuff. He didn't care anything about Martin. He used Martin because Martin is obsessive with waxworks. No, he is the best employee, but he doesn't like him. He doesn't treat him like a friend. He was using him until he didn't need him anymore, then using him after he fired him. And, everything else was just talk. What drives people to murder? That sort of shit. Boss guy. Now the other two people, Emma and breaking an entry brother, they didn't do much wrong. But, yeah, poor Martin. What other episodes was he in? He was in Psycho, and he was in the 14, 15, 16 millimeter Shrine. And I think he was in another one. Oh, he was in The Time Element. So he's a pretty regular to the show. But this is the first time he got his own episode as the focus. So next time what do we got? Next one's going to be less murdery. It's of late I think of Cliffordville. We'll see what that's all about next time. I think we all have a Cliffordville in our lives. When we think about it, don't we? Of late. We'll see what that's about next time. Until then, have a good week. And, if you ever buy some waxworks, if you ever take them to your basement, don't bring the contraptions that move them. Don't give them weapons. I genuinely thought that she had accidentally killed herself. The brother, I was like, does the axe guy also have a thing? But then when we saw the other one moving, I was like, whoop, they're alive. But it was just in his head. Anyway, what was my advice? Yeah, don't arm them. Don't stumble around in the basement where there's frickin' sharp objects just waiting to slice you in half.